All right, Shabbos, say good morning, and let us begin. I sent out the PDF for Parak Beis, chapter 2 of Oros HaTeshuva last night in the chat. We're just going to spend a few moments this morning as we do need to get a little bit of a head start on the daf in Miras Hashem. So let's begin. We're beginning Parak Beis, and this is supposed to say now we're getting a bit more. Parak Aleph was about kind of the different forms of tshuva. Parak Beis still continues in that, but gets a little bit more into the, we'll call the mechanistic details of tshuva. Not necessarily yet the process of tshuva, but still a little bit more of the conceptual framework. So the title of this parak, Tshuva Pitomis or Tshuva Hadragis. So what we'll call Tshuva Pitomis means sudden or unexpected tshuva, instantaneous tshuva. It's probably the better word. Pitom means like suddenly, but it means like sudden, instantaneous tshuva versus Tshuva Hadragis, which means incremental tshuva. Let's look at this first piece. L'gabe meshach zmano, hatshuva mischalakes l'shnei chalokim. Rav Kook writes, as we look at the concept of tshuva really falls into two different categories. Tshuva pitomis, sudden or instantaneous tshuva, or tshuva hadragis, an incremental or what we'll call step tshuva. Right, darga literally means like a level or a step. He says, listen to this. Hapitomis, what is this instantaneous, sudden tshuva? What is that? Ba'a mitoch eze barak ruchani. Also, Rav Kook's lashon is so beautiful. This instantaneous tshuva comes as a result of some type of spiritual lightning. Hanichnas b'neshama, that comes into the soul. That wording is so beautiful. Spiritual lightning that enters into the soul. B'pam within one moment, makirhu as hara, ve'es hakir shalachit. I recognize the negativity and almost the disgusting nature of sin. V'ne'pach le'ish, page 16, v'ne'pach le'ish acher, and I turn into someone else. It is this moment of sudden, instantaneous change, where I have like this lightning bolt goes off in my soul, and suddenly I recognize the error of certain ways, a concrete decision to stop doing certain things and to fundamentally change my life around. And I feel a fundamental, profound, and cathartic change occur inside of me. So we'll say, this is really a tremendous idea. Just to understand, to kind of give like a little bit of an example of this. Think about this just a moment, right? A person is smoking, and they want to quit smoking. So everyone knows there are two ways you could quit smoking. What are the two ways? Number one, cold turkey, right? And number two, kind of like incremental decreasing. I smoke a pack a day. I'm going to smoke, 8 cigarettes a day. I'm going to go to 7. So it's interesting. So what's the notion of cold turkey? The notion of cold turkey is that sometimes like the way that change needs to be done, and we're going to see this, there's this tension. Rambam has this tension as well. The beauty of cold turkey is that a person has the ability to turn their life around just in one moment. Challenge is that often it doesn't stick, right? Incremental change takes a lot longer to get where I want to get to, but often it's sustainable because I'm taking the change a little bit at a time. And you see this in many areas of life, right? A person returns to Yiddishkeit. So sometimes, again, people go from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, and often it's hard to retain it. It's just hard to retain it. It's beautiful, it's fantastic, it's amazing, but again, often incremental change. So here what Rav Kook is pointing out is, the reason I'm bringing up the cold turkey thing is because you see, that's like an example of where instantaneous change is possible. So Rav Kook says in the inner spiritual world, there's a concept like this of tshuva pitomis, where suddenly, and again, out of nowhere, this lightning bolt goes off inside my soul that says life has to be different. Life needs to be different. Life must be different. And in that moment, I have absolute, complete clarity about what I have to do, how I need to do it, and how it has to ultimately turn out. Tshuva zu, so he says as follows, and interestingly enough, although in Tshuva Pitomis, nothing has changed in my life, right? Behaviorally, nothing has changed. Because remember, where is all of this happening? All of this is happening inside. So behaviorally, nothing has changed. But yet, with all that, I feel like a fundamentally different person. I'm someone new. I'm someone new. The world doesn't see anything new. But inside me, everything is new. And Rav Kook says, Tshuva, so how does this happen? How does this happen? So I just want to point out, what's interesting to note is in Chassidus, there's the concept of Isarusa de la Eila and Isarusa de la Tasa. We saw this in the Piaget a couple of weeks ago as well. An awakening from above, an awakening from below. The notion that sometimes what happens is that Ribono Shel Olam sends us a burst of spiritual energy. Right? Isarusa de la Tasa, awakening from below, is self-inspiration. I'm doing the work. But sometimes HaKadosh Baruch Hu goes ahead and just sends me this tremendous wave of personal energy. So interestingly enough, one would have thought, if Rav Kook didn't continue on, one would have thought that that must be where this tshuva comes from, right? There's like this sudden tidal wave of divine energy from above. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is sending it to me, and ultimately, again, that causes a spiritual awakening. But we'll see, we're going to stop here for today, but we're going to see, Meretz Hashem, that Rav Kook explains that, in fact, this type of tshuva, this tshuva pitomis, this ability to have this burst of spiritual lightning, engage in this instantaneous change, comes from a dramatically different source. We'll pick up with this, Meretz Hashem, I will say, on Sunday. We're going to try to get a little bit on Sunday also. Shkayach, everyone.